Hello and welcome to another lesson. In this lesson, I'm going to go over the solution to exercise number 1. So parts of this program are going to be similar to the previous program that we have looked at that converts from miles to kilometers or kilometers to miles. So we've seen these two functions already, so I'm not going to go over them again. Now we have two additional functions now here. So one of them converts from kilograms to pounds. And so what it does is it returns a value of the kilograms entered multiplied by 2.20462, which is a conversion factor that can be used to convert from kilograms to pounds. And we have another function here, pounds to kilograms. So this function accepts the argument pounds, and it takes pounds and divides the value by 2.20462. Okay, so that's another way of converting. We could also divide. We don't always have to multiply by a conversion factor. Similar to the previous program that we've looked at, not the extended one. Again, we have this main function that we define, and we have a while loop that while it's true, there's a conversion menu that is displayed, but now we have 4 options, or actually 5 options. We also have the option of exiting as well. Again, we have the choice variable, and the user is asked to enter their choice, whether it's choice 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. And if the choice is equal to 1, then the user is asked to enter the number of miles, and then what happens is that there's a conversion. So the value that's stored as in miles is the input of the miles to kilometers function, and then whatever the output is stored in the kilometers variable. Now we've seen this before. There's also a print statement here. This F notation, this is so that we can actually display numerical values in strings, in basically printed sentences. And again, this colon period 2F notation is just for rounding to 2 decimal places. And then this choice here is similar to the program that we've looked at before, so I'm not going to go over it again. We have choice 3, which stores the input, so what the user enters. So the user is asked to enter the number of kilograms, and that value is stored in the kilograms variable, which is then being inputted into the kilograms to pounds function. So it accepts this argument, this value, and the output of running this function, what this function returns, is stored in the pounds variable. And finally, there's a statement that is printed telling the user how many pounds a certain number of kilograms is going to be. Choice 4, so this one is similar to choice 3. The structure is very similar. So the user is asked to enter the number of pounds. Whatever the user enters is stored in the pounds variable, and then the value that's stored is the input in the pounds to kilograms function. The value returned by this function is stored in the kilograms variable. And then finally, there's a statement that's printed telling the user how many kilograms a certain amount of pounds is. And finally, we have this other choice here. So when the choice is equivalent to 5, then the program just exits basically. And so whenever we want to exit the loop, the while loop, we need this break statement, and so that just basically exits the loop and ends the program. Now if the user enters something else apart from 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, then this is the statement that's going to be displayed to them, invalid choice. Again, we have this structure here. Again, this is running as a script, and it's this program isn't being, these functions aren't being called in another program, in another script. So it's not being used as a module or library. So this construct is required in these types of programs that keep on running and using a while loop structure like this. And so yeah, so there's a bit more explanation here, so you're welcome to read through this. Yeah, so in the next lesson, you're going to be looking at how to create a function that calculates the mean. Thank you for watching.